Before you make the next move, stop. Do not text her. Do not open her profile. Do not draft a message and delete it 3 times. Silence is a tool. Use it. When you give space, you assume absence. That's your anxiety talking. Silence equals loss. That's not how this works. Space does not erase you. Space reframes you. In that pause, she does not go blank. Her mind starts a calculation. It's not immediate indifference. It's a cascade of questions. What does his silence mean? Is he cooling down? Is he mad? Is he trying to make me chase? Is he withdrawing for good? You feel panic. She feels inquiry. They're different muscles. Panic pushes toward action. Inquiry waits for data. Here's the critical difference. Men are wired, socially, not biologically, to fix uncertainty with movement. You do things. You send messages. You close the gap with effort. Women in early to mid conflict dynamics often process uncertainty by testing narratives internally first. She is scanning your last words, the tone, the timing. She's mapping possibilities. That window where she's asking questions is an opportunity, not for you to scramble, for you to show you're steady. She's not thinking in headlines. She's running micro stories. Is he upset with me? Is he trying to punish me? Is he hurting? Or is he done? These micro stories matter because they determine her next move. If she reads your silence as punishment, she'll retaliate. Anger, argument, testing you to get a reaction. If she reads it as safety, that you want space too, she may calm down. If she reads it as disinterest, she'll either leave the conversation alone or step away emotionally. What determines which story she picks? Context, your track record, your previous responses, your consistency. You can tip the scale by how you carry the silence. If you drop off the map at the first sign of tension, she will file that under retreat. If you pause but maintain presence in other ways, consistent rhythms, not frantic signals, she will file that under discipline. Important fact for you: attention is not the same as value. Attention is easy. Value is stable. She notices the difference. If your silence shows you don't need to be rescued by her validation, you become scarce in a good way. If your silence looks like surrender, you become cheap. Let's be blunt. You want to fix it. You want to close the gap. You want proof you still matter. That impulse makes you act predictable. Predictable is easy to game. When you chase, that is, when you break silence with need, 2 things happen. 1, you lower your perceived value. Need signals scarcity. 2, you remove uncertainty for her. You make it obvious she still has access. Both outcomes reduce her motivational tension. Remember this line: people move toward what they pursue and away from what they can already get without effort. If everything you are is reachable with a single angry text, you become background, not prize. Your job during space is not to erase your feelings, it's to control their expression. Detachment is not indifference, it's a calibrated reserve. It's choosing when to spend emotional capital and when to bank it. If you act from panic, you will trigger her defense systems. Curiosity turns to boredom. Curiosity turns to doubt. Doubt turns to disengagement. If you act from presence, you become a slow gravitational force, steady, hard to ignore, not frantic. Your silence doesn't live in a vacuum. There's context, friends, posts, the algorithm, her own internal script. She'll talk to others. She'll scroll. She'll get small hits of validation from likes, comments, casual attention. Those are not the same as you, but they color her expectations. A string of gentle compliments from strangers can make your quiet look larger than it is. Peer narratives matter. Women's groups, casual chats, close friends will often reframe your silence. They'll ask, is he playing games? Or maybe he's checking out. That reframing nudges emotions toward action. You can't control everything she sees, but you can control a lot. Your consistency, your boundaries, the image of yourself you project. If your baseline is strong, you're working, you're growing, you're not dissolving into text messages, then the small external hits matter less. Here's the rule: She's sensitive to signals that measure your need. Keep those signals minimal. Replace reaction with routine. This is what to do. No fluff. Do these steps in order. 1. Breathe. Wait 24 to 48 hours unless there is a safety issue. Use the time to collect facts, not feelings. 2. Audit. Ask yourself, did I overreact? Did I escalate? Was I calm before silence? Be honest. 3. Reinvest. Spend time on mission, work, gym, projects, friends. Become interesting again, not for manipulation, but because a man with momentum is magnetic. 4. Signal, don't salivate. When you re-engage, be precise. One short message, neutral. No grovel, no guilt trips. A line that resets tone, not begs for rescue. 5. Boundary, not barricade. If you repeatedly get burned because of patterns, not occasional mistakes, but patterns, set a boundary. Say what you will accept and what you won't, then hold it. Consistency builds trust. Inconsistency builds confusion. 6. No public theater. Don't use social media to send messages. Private conversations stay private. Public drama erases dignity. Do this and you do 2 things. Reduce your panic choices and increase her recalibration toward you. You don't control her feelings, you control your signal. If you ignore this, you pay for it. You make predictable moves, lose leverage, and teach her what she can get from you. She learns your responses before you do. Patterns lock in faster than intentions. If you chase every pause, you train pursuit as the way to get attention. That's not attraction. That's a transactional loop that leads to exhaustion. You burn your respect reserve on reactive texts, and you have nothing left when it matters. The final truth you need to accept: space is not neutral. It is a signal. How you carry that signal determines whether you become scarce in a good way or invisible in a bad one. If she sees your silence as discipline, you reframe the story. Stability, calm, strength. If she reads it as surrender, you fracture the narrative. Doubt, retreat, exit. Your conduct writes her next chapter. Remember these truths. 1. Silence is a signal. Use it like a tool, not an escape. 2. Chasing fills the gap once and empties your account forever. 3. You control your signal, you don't control her story. 4. Detachment is presence without panic. 5. Be the man who grows, not the man who scrambles. So stop acting like every silence is an emergency. Treat it like information. Act like a man who has a life to live whether she stays or goes. That is attraction. That is leverage. That is dignity. If you want her back, be the version of yourself she could never afford to lose. If she walks, make sure she's walking away from a man who already has his purpose. One choice is weakness. The other is ownership. Space reveals character. Make sure yours is worth keeping.